SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, welcomes you to the round table of sports debate with the three wise guys. SoundOff begins now.
At the risk of looking like Kevin Guidry after an LSU big loss, what did you do about a month ago with Southern Cal? What did you just do like this? The heavens!
Hey, you know what the real story is?
Oh my God!
Scooter can back me on this. I'm glad we don't have to play Kentucky.
I'm talking about the Saints losing to Atlanta.
Oh no, I'm still on LSU. You know, every day is LSU.
No.
Ricky, I'm not even going to give you a bad time because you know why? That's the Saints of old. It was going to happen. We all knew it.
But before we go, South Carolina beat the hell out of Kentucky. LSU didn't beat the hell out of them.
No.
Beat South Carolina.
No. You know what I'm
you
referring
glad
back
you
to?
not
You know what I'm
play
referring back to?
Kentucky?
I'm referring back to Georgia. And I'm referring back
I'm
to the
trying
team.
to navigate the opening of the show
I know.
cleanly, and you
Yeah.
guys are fighting me on it.
I'm just worried about LSU
talking about the
games coming
wackiest,
up.
goofiest game
It
I've
was.
seen in the
It
NFL
was.
in at least a year. Saints lose to the Birds. Their second straight loss to a Bird
But
team.
Rick, you know
Eagles
what?
now Falcons. It's crazy. Don't go hot and heavy. Don't go hot and heavy.
I won't.
We're going to get to LSU scorching South Alabama.
LSU's out
Not
the
much
question.
to talk about.
Back on your Saints. You know what I'm worried about now?
But that's in the third segment.
Okay,
You
well,
don't
don't
get
get off script.
Alabama
I got some good
Don't
stuff.
get off
catapults
script
to
with him.
number one in the country over a
You're not
heart-stopping
surprised,
win
are
over
you?
Georgia.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm not really surprised.
Wow.
Hey, and we're going to talk Kentucky and Ole Miss.
Yeah,
What
okay,
a
I
call
just wanted to
by
bring
Mark
that up.
Stoops. We're going to
Jeez.
get into that a little bit. And look, it's the latest and newest signature win for Gary Goff and the McNeese Cowboys. I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
road, Weber
Yeah.
State,
Oh, sure.
ranked
What-
team.
what-
So
what else comes close?
Yeah,
There's not
well,
a lot to compare with.
well, if they beat Incarnate Word, it's a new statement game. But that's all I'm
Okay,
trying to
all
say.
right.
Oh,
All
wow.
right, we
And
got
I didn't
that.
even say that.
All right, look, clearly the Cowboys over the Wildcats out in Utah,
You
very
remember
impactful.
what I said last
What'd you say? I can't remember it.
Beat Weber State, and then we'll talk playoffs.
And then we'll talk. Well,
so
they
we
beat
can
Weber
talk
State.
playoffs now.
Well,
Playoffs?
hold on.
You
Hold
talking
on.
playoffs?
All right, look, it was a ranked opponent.
It was.
Weber State, you were talking earlier off, Weber State's receivers are they got to be running wind sprints from now until the end of time. They're awful. I mean, they dropped dropped a short touchdown, which would have been the winning touchdown.
It would have been.
It would have been the winning game. But anyway, McNeese won.
That's all what matters,
McNeese
Rick.
won
You
the
don't
game.
have to apologize.
That's-
when
No,
you win.
no.
That's all
no.
what matters,
And
Rick.
Look,
They won.
It's all before, the really gauntlet in the South.
It's getting ready to start.
Now it's starting.
Yeah.
Houston Christian
Yeah.
this Saturday. I think an open date. Incarnate Word, Nichols.
Nichols.
The gauntlet begins.
Yeah. And you know what, Rick? Honestly, at this point, I think they've got a little bit to kind of hold their head up on right now because those were some
Long
wins
road
that they
trip.
needed.
No, long road
those
trip,
were some
going
wins
out
they
there.
needed.
Yeah, but
I can honestly say that.
It's a shame that coming off that win, if LSU's got an open day,
They do.
that they can't have a home game this week.
Yeah. That
Imagine
would
what that stadium
that would
be
help.
like.
That would help that crowd.
Four
You're right,
straight home
Scooter.
games.
You're
We were
right.
lamenting that last week. We won't re-lament it. All right, All-American linebacker Micah Davey and another tackling machine, Tristan Diggers, the two starting linebackers, did not play in the game.
No.
And boy, you could tell. Now, I'm going to give kudos to the defense of McNeese, but you could tell. They could not contain the edge. I mean, those guys were doing the cutback runs and just kicking it on the edges either way. Now, Davey, according to Gary Goff earlier in the week at his presser, Davey, small chance to play. Small. Tristan Driggers,
You need
good
him.
chance to play with
You
the
need-
high ankle sprain.
You need him, Rick.
I don't think Davey's coming back
Davey,
for
you
Houston
need-
Christian. I think
Really?
Driggers will, the other
Okay.
linebacker, number one. So
Okay.
now let me call out your crew in the secondary. Let me tell you, I haven't seen that many defended passes by a McNeese secondary in
Look.
many, many moons,
Well, I
sir.
thought it was
They
just-
were breaking up some passes.
I thought it was Weber just dropping.
Weaver did drop a lot of balls. I got it. You're right. It was a combination thereof. Hell, he
Look,
only threw for 129
look,
yards
yeah.
passing. But I got to give it up to you. Did you give him some
Great.
extra coaching out there? Did you
I
go
did
out
not.
there?
I did not,
Okay.
Rick.
Just
I
had
think,
to check.
I think what it is, Rick, honestly, the secondary, it's a position, Rick, that you just got to know the people you're playing with. You know what I mean when I say that? It's 11 people playing, but you got 4 to 5 people back there that just got to play within themselves, honestly.
Sometimes you just got to make a
I've
play.
heard that-
You got to make a play, and they made plays.
And they did.
They stuck the hand
that's,
in.
And
Sometimes
that's
you get a
what they
finger
have to
on
do.
a ball.
And a
you
lot
know?
of times, Rick, when you find good secondaries, you're always going to find good front up guys.
And the D-line is playing
Yeah.
a lot better.
So,
D-line's playing a lot
Credit them, man. They made some plays when they
Credit,
needed
too, to this young kid, Joshawn Barbie. He had like 3 fumbles earlier in the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
He gets
we
a career
remember?
high 3
does.
touchdowns, and he's protecting the ball better.
He does.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
good
if he
touchdown
can protect the ball, he can run.
run. He can run.
We know that.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Any talk on Citizens? Has anything changed with that situation? Because I'm curious to know what's going on.
I don't know if he got a snap.
You serious?
I don't know if he got a snap. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm going to leave that alone for right now, but I'm
Okay.
going to move on to my little rant. How many times have I told you guys, if you let Clifton McDowell
Yeah.
out of the pistol, out of the shotgun, whatever, give him 1.5 seconds to find that slant and that crossing route and get the ball out quick.
have to,
The
quick.
man can make good decisions and he can
Rick,
deliver the ball.
We
Well,
know
that
that. We know
looks
that,
to be
Rick.
the whole key to this turnaround, because I remember the first 2, at least first 2, maybe 3 games. I'm sitting here wondering, why did they bring this guy all the way in from
You were very
Montana?
skeptical.
Yeah.
Well, you were about to bury him. You
Oh,
were gonna
I
bury him.
was. I
Yeah.
was, but I was wrong. You just had to be patient with him.
He can throw the deep ball, Kevin. He's
Yeah, he
proven
can.
it.
We never said.
He can do it. But
My
I
only-
just think the offense moves better when he's quick, and then of course the design runs.
My thing, Rick, we said this when it came on. He was here. He was brought here to run that type of offense that Gary Goff wants to run. But the thing is, Rick, you've got to play within the scheme of what he does best as a player.
Exactly. Give him the plays that he
You've
can-
got to. You can't design something
Exactly.
and make him do something
You're
that
listening-
works for you with the system.
You're listening to too
You
much
have
Nick
to-
Saban. That's what you're reading too much Nick, because Nick Saban says that all the time.
guys.
Well,
The funniest
isn't he
thing.
the GOAT?
Look, the funniest thing. He wasn't the hit of the show. It was Miss Terry this week. Okay.
I saw
Oh,
that.
that
Miss
was
Terry
true.
was the bomb. Okay.
Yeah,
I love
saw
Miss
it.
Terry.
No doubt about that. Look, a good win. McDowell played well. They won
He
by
did.
2.
He
They won
did.
by 2 points, and that's what they needed to do. Clifton McDowell, get this. We're ready? Is he the FCS Jalen Milroe?
Whoo!
Think about that.
Give me one more game.
Quite that
Ooh,
fast.
give me
Think
one
about
more
that.
game.
The Max Bar and Grill at the National Golf Club is your top choice for an affordable family lunch or dinner, or stop at the bar to wind down after a tough day of work. The menu is full of your Louisiana favorites. Plus, they got weekly specials. You can't go wrong with anything that they offer. Make sure those giant wedge fries are included. Believe me, open 7 days a week, plus fantastic weekend brunches. It's all at the Max in Westlake.
It is good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a roto-rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleaning.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
SoundOff presented by 2 locally owned and operated giants in business. That would be J&J Exterminating. It's right there. You see it? It's right there. They fully protect home and businesses from the best in termite control and, of course, full exterminating. They are J&J. Also, Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana. The crew over there, full gang of expert plumbers for all your plumbing chores, drain clean, and water cleanup, too. Give them a call. That's
They do it all.
Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana. All right, coming up, the Saints giving some early holiday charity to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
I got some thoughts on that.
I do,
tonight's
too.
show and later on in the week. Don't miss our takes on that. We saddle
Definitely.
up and turn our attention to 3 games involving SEC teams. I don't know what we can say about LSU. They explode on South Alabama. I thought
Rick,
the Jags would give them a little
I'm
bit
not-
more of a test. I don't know. The game was over in the
I'm
first
not
quarter.
even looking at that game as
Was it
anything.
21-0?
Yeah.
Bang,
that,
bang, bang?
that game. That's the kind of
28.
game you clean up for that open date to go against Ole Miss. You want to try everything you need to try if you want to do it against Ole Miss and
Yeah.
see if it works.
All right, did they find
That's what that
their
game's for.
star running back, Caden Durham?
Yeah, but,
but-
they will let other running backs
Yeah, of course.
play.
They have to
But-
by committee.
Yeah,
He's
but
a talent,
I
though.
think
He's a
they
talent.
already knew that.
He is.
a talent.
He is.
No, he is that. This game, LSU's offense has played pretty well all year. That hasn't
Yeah.
been a problem. I thought this game was about their defense, Kevin. Now, And I would be the first to, you got a grade on the Sun Belt curve.
Yeah.
That wasn't an SEC team.
No.
But LSU did what they should have done to that team. And it was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was an interesting offense they ran. It was made to get guys out in space.
In space.
Very, very well conceived offense and well thought out and executed. And that's what's kind of plagued LSU.
Okay.
And I thought they did pretty well. But when I asked you know how you're always, Scooter. It looked like LSU's back guys, the linebackers in secondary, were always chasing people.
Yeah.
Now, South Alabama, they mostly caught them.
Yeah.
But
mostly caught them.
But
LSU.
would that be a problem with Ole Miss?
It's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah.
Okay? It's going to be a huge problem. Look, this is the thing.
How did you think the secondary played?
I think that if I'm going to give him a grade, just a grade, and you got to look at who they played. I'll give him a B.
Okay.
I'll give him a B.
Well, that's
Scooter.
good for
but
them.
They're going to have to play B+ or A against Ole Miss.
For sure.
A C- or C, you're going to lose the game.
You can tell
You're gonna
just
lose the game.
from listening to Kelly talk.
Yeah.
Their front four has been a surprise. It has really played well.
Yeah.
They've got players playing better than they were expecting.
They were, Scooter, with the ones that were hurt.
And really, the cornerbacks kind of okay, but the safeties on run support as well as pass support.
Yeah.
Look, I would be concerned about
my concern, not only the safeties, but my concern are with the linebackers, because you can believe Kiffin is going to look at that weakness in our linebackers and make them have to cover backs. They can't cover backs.
Those two linebackers made 100 tackles Saturday.
That's great, but if you put Weeks one-on-one with a talented running back, it's over.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's over.
It looked to me like he was chasing
people.
It's
over. And that's what bothers me.
And he's fast.
He is. He's a good kid. He can play.
32-point win. LSU was favored by about 24.
Yeah.
All right, so they did what they had to do. All right, so now they can, rest, get some people. We'll get into more of LSU
but the
in
biggest
the SEC
thing is,
and Ole Miss later on in the week and
Kelly
next week.
said not going to be a whole lot of rest this week.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
He said this isn't a recuperation. He said the next open date, which will be right before they play Alabama. He said that one they'll rest.
Yeah.
He said they had work to do this week.
Yeah. There's work to do.
You got to restructure that defense, missing Perkins.
So, all right, new poll has Alabama number 1, bounced Texas down. Ole Miss dropped way.
They did.
Like to number 15.
Yeah,
LSU moved up to 1.
Yeah.
So
Not
Georgia, Georgia and Georgia's like 4 and 5. With Tennessee 4 and 5.
So Ole Miss is what, 15?
15. Yeah. All right. So I don't think it took any
Ole
luster
Miss
off
is
this game
still
coming
ahead.
up. Alabama.
Rick,
41-34.
Rick, let me tell you
They
something.
scored 28 points.
Rick,
Correct me if
something.
I am wrong, newspaper boy. On the first four possessions.
Yeah, I thought that is correct. Although
28 to
I was
nothing.
at the LSU game and did not get to see that
Rick,
game.
Let me tell you something.
But that ain't the rest of the story.
Oh, it ain't.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is. Rick, how do you defend Melrose? How do you defend?
I don't know.
No, wait. At the beginning of the
Milrose.
At the beginning of the season,
I
what
don't
was
know.
Rick comments about you and I?
Here we
scored
go.
him pretty
Boy,
high.
I knew it was
You
coming.
knew it was coming up.
I knew it was
He said
coming.
the best quarterback in the SEC. Didn't
Carson
Rick
Beck.
Have, didn't Rick
Carson
have him
Beck.
number
I
4?
said Carson Beck was the
I
best.
Didn't Rick have him number 4?
The other day.
No, I did not.
Jeez.
There's a lot of good quarterbacks in the SEC.
Yes, there is.
There's a
Jackson
lot,
Dart's
Scooter.
right up there.
a
Garrett
lot.
Nussmeier.
Dart did not play very
Brady
well
Cook.
Saturday.
No, he did not.
Nussmeier's there. Tennessee.
Tennessee, the freshman.
Who
Brady Cook.
Cook. And
Brady Cook.
I mean, there's a
Yeah, they're
lot
scattered.
of good
They're- all right.
players. I was thinking this, our Lake Charles native,
Yeah.
Nussmeier. A lot of years he'd be right there for all
course.
SEC quarterbacks.
Of course.
But it's a long line.
Newspaper boy, again,
Rick?
burying the lead. Georgia comes back. They're down by 23
Hey,
at one
Rick,
point.
let me tell you
23. And Carson Beck took them back. What does that show you? There's
No.
a kink in the Alabama defensive armor with the
It's-
secondary. Now,
You got two
Georgia's
freshmen.
good.
You got two
God,
freshmen.
That's what I'm saying.
You got two freshmen,
But
and
how
they
do
play
you
like they're
explain-
All-Americans.
And I didn't see the game, but from what
I
I
did.
heard, Carson Beck, I think he's preseason all SEC.
Yeah, All-American.
Carson Beck, from what I heard, the first quarter and a half looked like a deer in
Oh,
headlights.
no doubt. No doubt.
And he's 30 years old.
Give him credit. He didn't give up.
It was that pressure. No, it was that pressure Bama put on him. Let me tell you this, guys. Let me say, does it look like Nick Saban is not at Alabama right now? I can't tell.
No, I
can't tell.
Kalen DeBoer, we knew he was a good coach.
This dude's a good coach, man.
Record, but he knows offense.
They haven't missed a beat, Rick.
He knows offense, and you could tell.
I heard on TV this morning on the SEC Network, some Bama fan.
You watching TV now? You told me not to watch it.
Bama fan called in and just reamed DeBoer out.
What? For what?
We gotta
For letting them come back.
We gotta go. I think Jalen Milroe had his Heisman moment on the bunch.
Did.
Coming back with the black and gold, if I can stand it. Stay right there.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
I love being an adult because bringing a fruit platter to a party takes on a whole new meaning. Don't tell anyone it's door-bought. Simply Spiked. It's getting juicy.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
It is good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
All right, we're back. Thanks for hanging with us here at SoundOff, coming in from ESPN Bet. All right, before we get into the Saints and that just goofball of a game it was, Kentucky and Ole Miss, I forgot to bring this up in the earlier segment. 4th and 7 from his own 20, trailing in the game. Mark Stoops goes for 4.
Can you believe that?
The first, he's on his own 20.
But Rick,
and he jacks it, chunks it 40 yards down the field.
He knows he's not getting the ball back. You do know that.
Of course.
He's not getting the ball back, Rick.
I mean, do you want to just stay close?
Yeah.
Or do you want to win the game?
You're right,
I just thought it was
he's not getting the ball back,
That's a ballsy
Rick.
call.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It is.
And they completed it. And they scored a winning touchdown.
He knew he was not getting the ball back,
Ole
Rick.
Miss, Lane Kiffin. The look on Lane Kiffin's face sometimes is just like incredulous.
Did he just do that?
Yeah, exactly. And they miss a 49-yard field goal to lose the game. So anyway,
boy,
more
shake
on
that
Ole
bag,
Miss
man.
and LSU a little bit on Thursday and next week because we got a lot to cover.
Goodness.
All right, look, before
best
anybody could even crack open a cold Coors Light,
Yeah.
the Saints already gave the Falcons 14
What was
points.
he thinking? That's not like Shaheed.
Punt at the 3.
But that's not like him. What was he
I
thinking?
know as much as he has meant to the Saints this year.
That's not like
that
him.
was the boneheaded play of the year.
Oh, of the year.
I mean,
Of the year.
Did he get twisted up and
don't
not realize
know.
where he
Where he
was?
twisted up
That's
trying
what
to
I'm thinking.
field
I'm
it,
thinking
for sure.
where he was.
I mean,
You know they had 4 of those that day that happened like that. He wasn't the only one, so you can't really jump.
He's the only one that mattered.
But that was an easy score. That was an easy gimme right there for the Saints.
I just
that
came
put
off
him behind.
the couch. What are you doing?
I would never have believed
I wouldn't have either, School.
after those first 2 weeks
Yeah,
the
the way he
Saints
played.
would be 2
I know. And then, of course, the pick 6 by the
that was
selected
bad
pass.
luck. That was
It was bad
Yeah.
luck, but boy, you knew in the NFL that kind of stuff.
But let me say this about your boy. You know, I
I'm
give
going
card.
to say one thing back. Could we have one close game that's not decided by pass interference?
I know.
It's not going to happen, School.
You knew it was coming.
not gonna
yeah, you
Kirk
just-
Cousins going to throw the ball down.
You knew he
and hope
was.
for the flag.
You knew he was, Rick.
That's
it.
That's
You
the
knew he
way
was.
you ought to do in the
Yeah,
NFL.
you got to. You
You're
have
going
to.
to get the call
You
probably.
got to. And it was, though.
I
It
don't
was.
know,
It was
probably
pass
was a
interference.
good call.
It was.
No, it was a good call.
You know, where was that ref for the Rams Saints?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
No,
But
he wasn't.
Paulson
Look,
Adebo did
Rick,
not have a good game.
no.
I mean, he was just getting beat by this Moody kid.
He was.
Left and right.
He was.
But, and he admitted, I got to just defend it.
Look.
You didn't.
Look,
You didn't.
Let me give you
didn't.
boy a little bit of credit too, because I was watching the game closely. Carr threw some passes that the receivers just dropped. Okay,
yeah.
there were 2. One was supposed to be a first down.
That's going to happen. You know.
You know,
that.
but
I thought
but
Chris
what I'm
Olave
saying-
played a great game.
Yeah,
Olave
he did.
did.
He did. Olave did. And
He had one drop.
You know, do we realize really how important Taysom Hill is now? Do we realize how important
he played first half? They were okay.
Scored only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. He's not there second half, they in trouble.
So,
exactly.
You know, Rick, the Saints, I'm not even going to give you a hard time, Rick, because
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
They were close, Rick. I got to say that. They were close, man.
Look, it's a road game. It was really a huge one not to win.
Yeah.
Because of this. The Falcons scored 0 offensive touchdowns.
They did, Rick.
And I really, don't take me serious. Don't take me serious.
But I
really hate Young-Hoo Koo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because he never misses.
He can kick, Rick.
He never misses.
Rick, you knew it was coming. But Rick, the real problem,
I don't hate him.
As soon as they got the pass interference call, okay, they weren't. I mean, it was a 58-yard field goal.
Career long.
They weren't even trying to get any closer.
Career long.
Yeah.
You knew, Scooter, that was coming. But Rick, that's not the real issue.
What's the real issue?
You know what the real issue is right now? It's Tampa. Rick.
Well, they're 3-1.
Rick, Tampa.
Yeah. They tore up the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday.
Rick.
Tampa 3-1.
That's what we need to be worrying about.
Next
The
week
Saints.
we need to root for
It's
the
Tampa,
Falcons,
man.
who are going to be playing the Buccaneers.
They are going to be playing the Bucs.
All right, the O-line missing 2 starters.
They did.
Demario Davis out.
Yeah.
Willie Gay went down. Taysom Hill went out. Tyrann Mathieu on the sideline.
I know.
This is the NFL. You're
That's
gonna
the
have
way
that.
it works.
Next man up. Next
I
man
thought
up.
the O-line acquitted them very well.
Yeah,
I thought
the
they
O-line
did.
was
Next
fine.
man up, Rick.
Yeah.
That's the motto, baby. Next man up. That's it.
But this defense, you know, next man up. But Willie Gay and
It's hard to
Demario
replace
Davis,
some of those guys, okay, Scooter?
you're going to have a drop.
We both know that.
When you put in that many subs, you're going to have a fall off.
You're not going to replace the Honey Badger. You just hope that people that's in his position plays well. You ain't going to replace him, you know?
How do you lose a game when you hold the opponent to zero offensive touchdowns?
Know, Rick. I don't know, man.
And the Saints can just do this. You know, in its Dennis Allen era, go back to Mora, go back to Sean Payton at times.
I don't know.
It's just the wackiest, goofiest game.
Well, but the Saints are notorious for giving up points in the last minute
They
of
are.
both halves.
Well, they didn't waste time.
It doesn't matter what the defense has done up to that point.
They didn't waste
in that final minute.
Alvin Kamara, another
waste time.
strong game.
Yeah.
120. He leads
Seriously.
the NFL with
He
yards
leads the
from
NFL.
scrimmage. He's
What's
playing
that all
great.
about, Rick? Wow.
He's playing great. I think Derek Carr outside of the side, he threw it too early, too late, whatever.
Well, I mean, that was
bad luck. You're going to have that.
Well, they were leading the league at one point in
Are you
touchdowns.
turning the
No, I'm
helmet
not.
purposely?
The Saints were leading the league at one point in touchdowns. You do know that. So, you know.
We knew. We knew this wasn't going to
Because what did we say, Scooter,
continue.
all along? People get hurt. People get hurt. Those things happen.
The first 2 games were great, all right?
We didn't believe it, but you know.
I believed it. I still believe in Kubiak's system. It's just you can't give away 14 points in the. Allen said it. You're not going to win these games. You're not going to win these games
Rick.
in the NFL.
No,
You're not.
Rick. Giving away points like that, Rick. No.
All right,
You're not.
we're going to get into it on Thursday, but I'm.
And I know it hurts by them not scoring a touchdown. I know that bothers you, buddy.
Do you just swallow it as he said? It's a rip your heart out. This is Allen. Now it's off to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's off to Kansas City.
Okay.
They're not playing their best, and they don't have Rasheed Rice.
No, Rick. But look.
But it's Kansas City.
It's Kansas City.
The Super Bowl team.
Kansas City.
All right,
just
we're going to
found
end
a way
it
to
there.
win,
Final
man.
round of sound off when we come back. Stay right here.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective Boray treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Bust the water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup. All right, we're back with the latest college football NIL controversy chaos. You heard the story out of UNLV.
Yeah.
Quick context. Quarterback Matt Sluka, very good, dual threat quarterback, transfers to UNLV. Don't laugh, they're a good football team. Transfers. He says he was promised $100,000.
He did.
He's only been reportedly paid $3,000. He wants the money. UNLV said, no, we didn't promise it to you. I'm going fast. He says, I'm going to redshirt.
They might have promised it, but
done.
nothing in writing.
Nothing. He didn't get it in writing. You know, if you play beyond the fourth game, you lose your right to redshirt. He wants to play another year. So basically, he's kind of quitting.
He quit on a 4-0 team. And this is not an ordinary team. This team hadn't had a winning season in 100 years. But I loved it. They went out and beat the – okay.
They did.
They went out and destroyed Fresno State.
Yeah, they did.
Like 56-10.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think you were worth
UNLV, Rick, sometimes I don't even look at that school as a football school. It's a basketball school. I don't even look at that school as a football school.
So we're piling on him. Fine.
My thing is –
I wish I could get my thing in.
Get it in.
You lost your thought? I can fill in the blanks.
Let me take your time.
Because you're wrong, but I can tell you that.
No, there's two sides to this
There
story.
is two sides.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure of that. And you're not allowed to criticize players anymore, media or what have you. They're exploited, all this bull. But I'm sorry, sports is different. You don't quit on your team. Am I right?
That's an individual. That's an individual that did that. That's an individual. And he's shame on
him.
Shame on him.
That's what we thought.
Shame on him.
What was it, about 6-7 years ago when Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette, it was odd. They opted out of the bowl game, meaningless bowls, but they opted out of the bowl game.
What was his name? Max Johnson goes to A&M when he couldn't clearly play for LSU in that bowl game.
Was that an isolated incident? No. Now that's part of the bowl season is wondering who the hell's going to play.
Yeah, but that's their right, though, Scooter. They can do that. They're not
obligated.
That's their right.
Let's cut to the brass tacks. Get to the brass tacks. I don't think Matt Sluka was wrong. He said if indeed he was promised $100,000, I think he was.
You know that happened, Rick.
And he was wrong by UNLV.
He should have got it in writing.
He should have, but he's young.
That's what everybody says.
Stupid.
You know.
He should have had an attorney like most of them do.
Well, I'm
and if
sure
he would have had an attorney,
did.
he would have got that in writing.
His agent has been speaking for him.
I fired him.
Why didn't this agent
Why didn't he get that in writing? I'll let him go.
I get it.
You know they promised him that money. We all know that, okay?
He's a good player. They're going to fill in the void. It's
now.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I got your point too. But, Matt Sluka's going to redshirt. He's going to go somewhere else and play well.
I hate that it came.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Oh,
it is.
If you're a coach,
but I don't blame him.
He wanted to come to your school. Would you have any?
Yes, I would. Let me tell you why, Scooter.
He'll win.
Let me tell you why.
Maybe
UNLV made that kid look bad because of the thing that they didn't follow through on. That's on them. I'm sorry.
It is.
That's on them.
This is a good and a bad.
It is.
It's a he said deal. And
it is.
It's only the beginning. Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah.
As always.
We will see you next time right here on CBS Lake Charles.
SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, welcomes you to the Round Table of Sports Debate.